Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a spread that's gonna go in my happy planner, and it's not like any other spread that I've ever done before. This is actually going to be a bucket list of TV shows that I want to watch. So I actually got this idea from Kell, and I was watching one of her videos, and she did a bucket list on fall, like all the fall activities that she wanted to do with the change in the weather and all that. So the things that you do during fall, you go apple picking, and you go to a pumpkin patch, and you drink apple cider and all that stuff. She did a spread like that, and I was inspired by that. But instead of doing a fall bucket list, I actually did a fall bucket list just to kind of like test out how this was gonna look. But I wanted to do one on TV shows that I want to watch. So you know how people always come up to you and they go, oh, you have to watch this show, like it's so good and you need to watch it. And you're like, oh, okay, I do need to watch it. But then you forget, or you never do, or whatever. Maybe it's just me. Maybe that's me. But there's a bunch of stuff that I just have not watched. There's a bunch of stuff that I used to watch and just stopped watching, and now I'm like, I need to get back on that. So I just wanted to make a spread to put in my planner, and it's gonna look like a bucket list, but it's basically just kind of a reminder to me to watch these shows. And so what I did was I printed out all of the shows, like the what do you call them, like the cards for the shows, with their like actual logo of how the show looks, because I wanted it to look a little prettier. Like I didn't want to just write it out like this was like a bullet journal. I wanted to actually like have some kind of color, like a pop of color to this. So I printed out all of the shows, and I used sticker paper to print out all of these, like all of the show's logos that I want to watch. And I cut them out, and I didn't want to put you guys through all that, so I just skipped through that part. But these are all the shows that I want to watch. Starting with Ozark. Ozark is on Netflix, and I've actually watched a little bit of Ozark already, but I need to go back and rewatch from season 1, episode 1. Like my dad watches Ozark, and he's the one that told me to watch it. And I remember like one time when I was at home, when I was visiting him in Charlotte, and he was watching it, and I sat in and was watching it with him. But he was on like season 1, episode 9, or season 1, episode 10. And so I didn't know any of the characters. Like I was like, oh, this is a really good show. But he had to sit and explain everything to me. Like I was like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? What's going on right here? Who's that girl right there? And I mean, to his credit, he explained all of it to me. But but I feel like it's one of those shows that I need to rewatch from the beginning, because like I'm gonna miss, you miss what's going on when you start a series in the middle. So anyway, I say all that to say I need to watch Ozark from the beginning. So that's first on my list of shows to watch. So yeah, that's first on my list of shows to watch. Next is Pose. So I've heard so many good things about Pose, and I know that Ryan Murphy makes Pose, and I pretty much love everything that Ryan Murphy has ever done. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like Pose too. But I think that's a good series to like start, because I think it's only in one. I think they just finished season 1, and that's all. So and I love watching shows from the beginning. Like I don't like catching up on shows when they're in like their 5th season. No shade, because I'm about to put Power on here too. But yeah, like I feel like this is an easy one that I can like watch and then get out of the way. You know what I mean? Oh, also I'm using the colorful boxes. So what you see me doing is like I put Ozark, and then I put 2 boxes underneath it from the colorful boxes sticker book, and those colorful boxes are going to be like the number of seasons. So at the end I'm going to write down like which seasons I need to actually watch of these shows. So yeah, so that's why I'm putting those boxes behind the show cards. Next is Jane the Virgin. So I used to watch Jane the Virgin. I never watched it when it came like on TV, and I don't even know if it still comes on TV. But I watched it on Hulu one time and got like really really deep into it. And you know how Hulu, it was still on the air at the time, so like Hulu gave me up until like whenever the last episode was, and then I just never picked back up watching it. Like I binge watched it, and then when I got to the end of what Hulu had for me, I was just like, well, all right. And then the other day, I think it came on my Netflix feed, like my Netflix queue, and I was like, oh, I used to watch that show. So I don't remember where I stopped. I don't remember anything of what happened, but I just put this on my list to just watch Jane the Virgin, because I'm pretty sure like when I stopped, she didn't even have the baby yet. So yeah, I'm far behind. Like she didn't even have the baby yet. And then when I looked at the card to pull, like when I Googled the card to pull, it's her and then this little boy who's obviously like 5 years old on this card. So obviously she's had the baby, and yeah, I just need to get back to watching that. Next is Orange is the New Black. So I have not watched the latest season of Orange is the New Black. So whatever this season was that just recently came out like a couple of months ago, I think. I haven't watched it. So when did that season come out? Like, was it July or August? It might have been August. I haven't watched it, so I need to watch Orange is the New Black. I'm caught up for the most part, but I just haven't watched this last season. I go back and forth with Orange is the New Black. Like sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. And I turned it on, like when I saw it had a new season. I turned it on, but then just I wasn't paying attention, so I just turned it off and then never revisited it again. So yeah, I need to get back to that. Next is The Walking Dead. So I think I'm 2 seasons. I might be 1 season behind. I think I'm 1 season behind in The Walking Dead. So you know how AMC, and I used to watch Walking Dead like live, and you know how they take that break in the middle of the season. So like it'll come on in the fall, and then they'll take that break for sweeps like in the winter, and then come back in the spring. I didn't come back in the spring, so I don't know what happened in the last half of last season. So last I know, they were trying to fight Negan, and that's all I remember. Like they hadn't got to him yet. I don't know if they got to him. I don't know. So I gotta watch that. I gotta finish watching that. Next, y'all are probably gonna be mad at me because every time I tell somebody that I have never watched an episode of Power, everyone is always like, what do you mean, Jessica? So yeah, I've never watched Power. Like I've never watched not a single episode of Power, and I need to watch Power because I feel like I'm tired of everybody looking at me cross-eyed and like shunning me and shaming me for not watching Power. So I gotta watch Power from the very beginning. It's ironic because literally everybody that I know watches Power, so I know what's happening because everybody just assumes that I watch Power. So they're like, oh, so and so died, and I just be like, sure, okay, yeah. And then so I know what's happening, but I don't know the context of what anybody's talking about. So I need to go watch Power from the very beginning. I know all the people y'all hate on the show. I know everybody's name. I've just never watched an episode. I've never watched an episode. So I need to watch an episode of Power. I need to watch all of Power, actually. Next is BoJack Horseman. So I actually don't know a lot about BoJack Horseman, but I listened to a podcast, and like they always rant and rave about how good it is. So I guess I want to watch it. That might be one of those shows that gets put on the back burner because I'm not really sure if I'm gonna enjoy it. You know how sometimes people watch shows that you just don't get, like, and so yeah, I don't know. I put it on here just to remind myself to watch it, but I don't I don't know. The verdict's still out. If y'all have watched it, let me know if I'm gonna waste my time or what. Cause yeah, that might be the show that gets like watched last out of all of these. But yeah. Next is Snowfall. So my dad actually recommended Snowfall to me, and I think Snowfall comes on FX. And I don't really know too much about Snowfall, and I am leery to ask my dad what Snowfall is actually about because my dad has this bad tendency to spoil shows, and I don't think he does it. I hope he doesn't do it intentionally. I don't think he does it intentionally, but I think in his excitement to get me to watch a show, like, he'll spoil it for me. So I'm very leery to ask him exactly what it's about. Maybe I'll do some research on it, but he is very excited about the show and he loves watching the show, and he'll watch it over like football or something like that. So, or depending on the football game, what it is, but he'll watch it over something that he usually loves to watch. So that says a lot. That says a lot about what the show is. So I'm gonna give that a shot too, because sometimes my dad be on point with the show recommendations. Next, I'm also putting down Shameless. So I have not watched this last season of Shameless, and I like Shameless. I think it gets a little repetitive after a while, but yeah, that's why I'm not in like a rush to watch it, but I do want to watch it eventually. Like, I do want to catch up on it eventually. So yeah, so I put Shameless on there. And my last show that I'm gonna put down is Atlanta. So I watched the first season of Atlanta and I loved it, and I don't know what happened, but I just didn't watch the second season. Like, I think Atlanta is one of those shows that comes on at like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm trying to go to bed. I'm a grown up now, so I'm trying to go to bed, get ready for work, so I just don't. And then I kept forgetting to DVR it, but yeah, so I need to watch Atlanta because Cat Williams just won an Emmy for it, and yeah, like I just want to watch it. I need to watch it. Next, I'm just gonna start adding some visuals. So I had that card for the picture of BoJack Horseman, and so I just added that just to add a little bit more color, more visual to the spread. And yeah, I had a little bit more space, like a little bit more white space. So what you're gonna see me doing now is just kind of adding some stickers and just adding a little bit of decoration to this spread. And so I don't have any stickers that have like TVs or anything on it, so I had to kind of work with what I had. But I got this sticker out of, I think this was the Mom sticker book, and it said R&R for rest and relaxation, so I'll put that down. And then this sticker book, I don't think this sticker book even has a name. It's the OG sticker book. It's one of the OG sticker books from Mambi, but it has all these pretty flowers in it, and I just really wanted to put flowers on this spread. I wanted to play up all the colors, and yeah, all the bright colors. I wanted to just play up on that. And so luckily the spread itself, like the cards that I have and all the shows that I want to watch, have all these pretty colors on it. So it, this spread is not, this spread does not lack color at all. So I'm glad that I just wanted to add a little bit more though. I wanted to add, especially around the top where the title was, where I stamped the title. So yeah, I'm just adding a little bit more, just a little bit more color to the top. And yeah, let me know, you guys, what other shows to watch. Like, I feel like I'm missing a bunch. And even as I was doing this spread, I was watching American Horror Story, and like, I was watching the latest season of American Horror Story, and they started to bring in remnants of Coven, like one of the earlier seasons, and I was like, dang, I need to rewatch American Horror Story Coven. So I definitely need to watch more shows. Like it's some more shows that definitely need to go on my bucket list to watch. So I might do another one of these spreads, but we'll see. But just give me some ideas, give me some advice on some more shows to watch. I know I got my hands full right now with TV shows based on this spread, but I'm always looking for recommendations, because right now all I do is watch The Office. And don't get me wrong, I love The Office, but I use The Office now as kind of like background noise, and just like, yeah, like I use The Office as background noise. So I need to get back into like actually watching TV shows, because I've watched The Office like a million times right now. But yeah, so now I'm just writing down the seasons of the shows that I need to watch, like the specific seasons, and that's pretty much it. It's just gonna wrap up this spread, but yeah, like I said, y'all, I need more shows to watch. Like I don't know, and then this isn't even including like what I watch now, like live. So Teen Mom is about to come back, and I am a sucker for Teen Mom. I don't know why, but Teen Mom, I watch American Horror Story, I watch How to Get Away with Murder. I think those are like the only 3 shows that I watch like live, but which is why I'm always looking for more TV shows to watch. So yeah. I also wanted to add something, like another sticker to this spread, and I ended up pulling out this Me Time sticker, and I pulled out a green one initially, but then I changed it to this teal one just to stick down. But that is it, you guys. That's gonna wrap it up. This is how the entire spread turned out. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.